Tonight, an Eyewitness News special report. My co-anchor Brian Dorman has been working for a couple of months on a special report into Larry County. He joins us now in studio as he takes on a difficult topic. Brian.
Catherine, the old saying still rings true today. A picture is worth 1,000 words. But what if a picture is all you had to hold, to touch, to feel? What if a few precious portraits were all you had to remember? Tonight, we're introducing you to an extraordinary photographer in the Central Valley, a photographer from Visalia who many are calling an angel.
Turn all the way around for me and look right at my lens. Nice.
For Amy Say, photography started as a hobby.
You're on me. Perfect.
That hobby turned into a profession.
And now to the right side.
That profession turned into a burning passion. But there's one thing that Amy is even more passionate about than photography.
Gosh, all I wanted to be was a mom. You know, I taught for 15 years and was ready to I wanted to be like all the other moms with the babies. We had a young staff, so 7 pregnant mamas at school, and I didn't get to bring mine home.
Amy and her husband Jeff lost their first son at 20 weeks. Did your son have a name?
He did. His name was Seth. Yeah, I named him Seth.
Seth would be 21 years old today. They tried again.
I had a miscarriage after Seth, just a 2-month, you know, they call it a normal miscarriage. There's nothing normal about it.
After back-to-back losses and wondering if they would ever be able to have children, a miracle on December 31st, 2004, when little Peyton Elizabeth was born.
She's our tax break baby.
The Says would try one more time after Peyton. They lost that child too.
She's got a lot of personality. I think that God said, well, you're not going to have all 4 babies, but you're going to have them all 4 rolled up into this one kid. And you're going to enjoy every bit of it.
I'm curious what you learned about yourself during those 3 losses.
I learned that I would do anything to become a mother, and I learned that not everybody's good at being pregnant. Just because you want to doesn't mean you can and will.
She also learned a lesson that still haunts her to this day. Amy wishes she had said yes when the hospital offered her a few precious Polaroid portraits of Seth.
Wanted to close that chapter and leave the hospital and go home. Little did I realize how much healing takes place when you get to actually revisit.
She truly is an angel.
Jocelyn and Ryan Perry also lost their first child, Rylan Jade, on April 4th, 2018.
I think it's a lot different when it's your first, because you know you have all that excitement in your announcement and your gender reveal, and you get the nursery ready. And the last thing you would ever expect is to come home to an empty house.
By their side in their hospital room, Amy Say, quietly, discreetly, taking pictures with her camera, capturing these precious portraits of Rylan's little hands, her tiny toes, and those thin strands of hair on the top of her head.
I was kind of hesitant, like, you know, this is not something I feel like I want to be captured, and today I'm thankful that she did that, because we have something to look back on.
Amy is a volunteer photographer for Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep, a national nonprofit agency that provides the gift of free remembrance portraits to parents experiencing the death of a baby. Amy is the only volunteer photographer with Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep in all of the Central Valley, sometimes photographing as many as 3 to 4 babies in 1 week. Over the past 10 years, Amy has photographed more than 100 sessions.
I have one friend that says, I'm earning my wings. He says, oh, Amy, you're earning your wings. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just making up for what I lost or what I didn't get. And every parent deserves that.
And speaking of parents, life is much different for the Perry family today. They're busy raising 2 beautiful kids. Meet Kelvin. He's 4. And Evelyn, she's 2.
Go fast.
Go fast.
And I want her to know that she is an angel, and her babies live on because she carried that on for other people. She personally knew what that meant, just like I do, which is something you could never understand until you go through it.
Now, you may be wondering how you can help support Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. As you heard, Amy is the only volunteer photographer in all the Central Valley. If you would like information on the free training to provide the gift of remembrance photos, or if you know of a family who is in need of their own photo session, we provided a link to Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. There's also a support group the Perrys found very helpful called Legacy of Love in Visalia. We included their contact information on our website too.